So you keep saying that Bitcoin isn't worth anything, unlike, for instance, gold. But if I bother to cash out a Bitcoin, I'll get those like $50,000 or whatever for it that I can then use to buy gold, right? So it's really worthless? Is it? Is it really that worthless?
Well, there's a difference between the value and the price. I mean, Bitcoin certainly has a price because people are willing to buy it. And so people value it in the sense that they think it's worth something. And so they're willing to buy it. That's different from something that actually has real value, intrinsic value. I mean, gold doesn't have value simply because, people believe in it. Gold has value because it's a metal. And it has properties that are very unique that other metals don't have that makes gold extremely useful. So there's a lot of demand for gold in the real economy, not just jewelry, which is one of the most obvious uses for gold, but it's used in electronics and dentistry and aerospace because it has properties that other metals really can't replicate. So you're always going to have demand for gold. Now, the reason gold became a monetary metal, in addition to a industrial metal and a metal for luxury goods and jewelry, is because gold retains all of its properties over time. And so if I have some gold, I don't have to use the gold today. I can hold on to it and somebody else could use it in the future and it won't diminish. And so it became a store of value because, the value didn't go away over time. And because it had other attributes, it was easy to use as a medium of exchange. But Bitcoin doesn't have any of those attributes. I mean, Bitcoin derives its value simply because people believe that if they own it, somebody else will give them more for it in the future. But that belief, may go away in the future. Confidence is a very fickle thing because if people desire Bitcoin solely because they think the price is going to go up, if they no longer think the price is going to go up, they no longer want it. And when the sentiment turns, there's no bottom. I mean, the market could just implode. That doesn't happen to something with real value like gold. If people don't want to own gold because they don't think the price is going to go up, there's a lot of people who need to buy gold regardless of what happens to the price. So you have, natural demand.
Because I'm thinking like that, we can attach value to pretty much everything, right? Wood, copper, pound of salt, stone, whatever. All those things can be money if we agree that they are, right? Isn't that exactly what we're doing with Bitcoin?
Copper has value because, again, it's a metal that is used. I mean, every commodity has value because of what you can do with it, what you use it for. Investments have value because of the returns that they generate, right? Real estate has value because I can rent it out. I mean, I can also live in it myself, but apart from that, I can rent it out and get income.
Before we continue, help us by smashing that YouTube like button and subscribe now to this channel. This shows the algorithm that you value the information, and it helps us spread this message. Sharing is caring. Please like and subscribe now. Thank you. And now, let's continue.
Stocks have value because they're companies that have earnings, and they can pay those earnings to me in dividends. They can buy back stock, but they can return value to me from the income that they generate. Bonds are an investment asset because I lend somebody money, they pay me interest. They pay me back the principal, plus they pay me interest. But Bitcoin is not an asset in that sense of the word, in that it doesn't throw off any type of return. And it's not a commodity in that you can't use it for anything. Now, people say, well, it's a digital currency. Well, except it doesn't function as a currency. It's very expensive to actually use, and it's very volatile. So you can't really price things in it, and it's too expensive to transact in it. So the only use case you have left for Bitcoin is to hold on to it and hope the price goes up. But, hope is not a strategy. And eventually the price is going to crash. And I think a lot of people, unfortunately, are going to lose a lot of money because they put their faith in a fiction.
All right, but what keeps surprising me is that despite all criticism of cryptocurrency, that it's a bubble, that its value is speculative and highly volatile, Bitcoin is still being invested into. I mean, I listen to Elon Musk and he says Bitcoin is a fluke, but then Tesla still buys it. You're a vocal critic of cryptocurrency and you own Bitcoins yourself. What is it? Well, why? Is Bitcoin like a gamble tempting to resist?
I don't own any Bitcoin. I had some that were gifted to me that I lost. So, but I don't have them anymore. But I've never actually bought any Bitcoin. I mean, yeah, I would. It would have been great had I bought it a long time ago, because clearly I could sell it and to a greater fool and cash out. But I think that there are some Wall Street firms that were initially and correctly skeptical of Bitcoin, and now they're kind of embracing it just because the public is into it. And remember, Wall Street is going to sell whatever the public is foolish enough to buy. I mean, they were manufacturing all kinds of .com stocks during that bubble, and they wiped everybody out. They were busy packaging up subprime mortgages and selling them to their clients when there was demand for them, and that bubble popped. So Wall Street has a history of getting involved in bubbles near the peaks just because they're trying to make a buck off of the irrational exuberance of their customers. So I think this is no different when it comes to Bitcoin. But whether or not we're at the top, clearly there's no way to know how many new highs Bitcoin's going to make. I mean, it got up to 58,000 and change as we're recording this. I mean, it's around 49,000. I mean, so was 58,000 the top? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's going to make another new high or several new highs, but you don't know. But also maybe it was the top and it's just going to keep going down from here. At some point it will be the top, and the bottom is zero, and that's probably where it's going.
What to do in such a situation? Inform yourself and keep your financial education strong. We from the Compact Group offer our loyal subscribers a free educational portal with first-hand monetary, financial, and economic knowledge. Enter our invite-only Insider Club by clicking the link below. You will get access to first-class information far earlier than the rest. We have prepared a special deal for all our members where you can access a giant pool of Robert Kiyosaki's financial wisdom for just $1. To find out more, simply click the link below and join our Insider Club absolutely free. But there is more you can and should do. Build up several streams of income. More and more people realize that they have to take their future in their own hands, but they don't know how and where to start. We from Compact offer our Insider Club members unique opportunities. Strengthen your financial muscle and get the edge. Click the link below. Become part of our free Insider Club. No financial obligations. But there's one important thing you have to know. You have to become active. So do it now. Become active and see you on the other side.